We may also have an ant problem, but yeah, we're gonna have fun today. We'll deal with that another day. What is up, everybody? As always, we are back at the greenhouse. Wanted to give you a little pond update. You saw us add the plants before in the last video. If you didn't, make sure to go check it out somewhere. I'll link it here. But we also added some bromeliads. We didn't film that, but you know, whatever. Check this out. So our buddy Chris, he's got a bunch of really badass frog setups. He hooked us up with these awesome bromeliads. I think it looks really good. It's like finally starting to come together. So we finally got a little spot in the greenhouse where things are starting to look natural. But an update for the plants, check this out. This is one plant, going little babies. Look, every single one of these is like multiplying like crazy. So the plants are loving it in here. Like we didn't have like any of these babies when we added them in. So yeah, they're going crazy, and they're all staying around the driftwood here pretty good, which looks super good. And so far these bromeliads are doing great in here. So if we can get them to root onto the stick, they will do awesome. The water is staying crystal clear, the temperature is staying warm, everything is doing good. We tested the water yesterday, and there was no ammonia, no nitrite, and like barely any nitrates at all. So I think whatever nitrates and stuff are in there are probably getting eaten up by the plants and algae faster than they're being broken down by anything. So we're pretty much ready for fish. Just the only downside is there's a bunch of algae. I think that's kind of the downside to the water being crystal clear, you know. It gets a lot of sun penetration. So there's going to be some algae probably forever until the plants really take off and shade a lot of it out. But as long as the water's staying clear, I think it's looking fine. Probably can't see because of reflections, but I'll try to get some better shots here of the algae to show you what we're talking about. So I think today what we're going to do, we're not going to add any of the arowana or anything yet, because we still got to build the mesh enclosure, still got to get the water heater and stuff before we can do big water changes. But in the meantime, we could add something that could help clean up the algae, you know. So I think we're going to head on down to the waterfront, see our buddies over there, see if they got any cool fish for us. I have a sneaking suspicion that they may have one really cool fish for us. Alright, so we found something that's going to do a great job at eating the algae. We got this guy right here. So I think we're going to take him home and put him in the pond. But for those that don't know what this is, I'll talk about it a little more in the future or in the rest of the video. But for now, we have got to catch him, get him in a tub, and then get him taken home to the pond. So easier said than done. Yeah, perfect. So something else I noticed while we were here is they got some rummy nose tetras here. That is something I may do a large school of in the pond later on once the fish are like really big and grown out and I have a bunch of plants and stuff grown in, so they got places to hide. I'm really tempted to buy them now, but I'm pretty sure they would just get eaten by the fish immediately, so we're gonna wait. But super cool little fish. I want to get some soon. All right, we got him here. So for those that don't know, this is a phase 3 luteus pleco. We didn't really just get him to clean the algae. This is kind of like go out on a limb here and say it's one of the holy grails of the pleco world. So they're one of the coolest plecos. They get huge. They're one of the large plecos that does continue to eat algae as they get older, which is awesome. So he will clean up some algae, but he's probably not going to make a significant difference in the pond. Really, it's just an awesome fish to have that I wanted really bad. And Lewis from the Waterfront gave me an awesome deal on it, so just couldn't say no. But yeah, I wanted to mention that if you are planning on getting a pleco specifically to clean algae in your aquarium or pond or whatever, it's probably not a good choice. You're probably going to be disappointed. Lots of plecos don't even eat that much algae, so make sure you do your research and you know what you're doing. Don't just slap sucker fish in there because you think they eat algae. But we're going to get this guy acclimated a little bit. I'm just adding little cups of water here and there to get him used to the pond water, and then we will get him thrown in there and see how he likes it. Yeah, one other thing I forgot to mention is we've been dosing beneficial bacteria into this pond, getting ready to get fish in it. And I can't speak for the product, I haven't tested it out or anything yet, but we've been using this microbe lift. And the one thing I will say, if you buy this, do not open it in your house. This is the smelliest shit in the world. Literally made the whole greenhouse smell like a sewage plant for like a whole day. So yeah, definitely smelly stuff, be careful. But beneficial bacteria, pond should be perfect for fish. Get old Ludius in there, see how he does. All right, he's acclimated, he's ready to go, so we're gonna throw him in the pond, see how it does. It's a super rewarding moment for me. I've been working my ass off on this pond, and it's cool to get a fish in here finally. So Lewis is here, he came to see it. Oh yeah. What a fish to start out with. Yeah, look at that. That is a gorgeous fish. Seems like he's doing great so far, but we'll be periodically checking on him as time goes on. But yeah, first fish in the pond. Super excited, super successful. So thank you to Lewis and the guys at the Waterfront. So definitely hooked it up with this like they have with many other fish in the past. So make sure you guys check them out if you need something. But yeah, let's let him be for now. I don't want to stress him out too bad. And yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm excited. I'm in awe right now. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up, and if you don't subscribe, I'm going to put you in this pond and drown you. So hit the subscribe button. Comment what fish we should put in next.